Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what time it is, man. You're tuned in to the Queued Up Show with your man DJ LAYLO, rocking all the best music, man. Top talent everywhere in the world, man. We have a beautiful artist on the platform today. Goes by the name of Chesney Clare. How you doing?
I am doing the best I've ever done.
Said the best you ever done.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. For the people who don't know who Chesney Clare is, give them a little vision of who you are.
I am a 20-year-old singer, songwriter, soon to be producer, vocal producer. I have a collection of over 90 songs that I've written with 6 originals out now. And I'm working every day to make my music journey the best music journey possible.
That's dope. That's dope. How did you get your start in the game?
Well, I was living in Louisiana and I graduated from high school in Louisiana. And there's nothing in Louisiana, music wise, besides singing in little bars. So I did that for a bit and then I moved to Branson, Missouri, because I really wanted to pursue music. And we lived there for about 6 months trying to figure like what's the next step to take. And I was in the recording studio every day in Branson. I got 6 covers out, and I realized that I really love sharing music with people who wanted to hear it. And so just continued from there. I met some producers on Facebook, and they wanted to put my voice on their song. And so I flew out to Vegas in 2020 and realized that I love it here, and here I am.
Oh man, oh man. For a person at your age, you have, like I was explaining a little before we got onto the interview, you have accomplished a lot at the age that you are. You accomplished a lot more than a lot of people have accomplished at the age you
Thank you
are.
for noticing.
Say it
Thank
again.
you. I said thank you for noticing.
Yes. How how excuse me, let me because I had a statement down. Um what do you like most about creating music and being an artist?
I like the fact that I can make whatever is in my mind available to everybody else. I like that I'm able to take my thoughts and my feelings and my melodies and put it into something that I really feel and let other people feel the same thing. And I think that's like the biggest and best accomplished feeling whenever somebody acknowledges you for being relatable with your music.
That's dope. That's dope. How did you because I was just listening to what you're saying. You said there's no music scene in Louisiana except for playing in bars and stuff. Um and to a person on the outside looking in, you see Little Wayne's, you see Kevin Gates and all those people blowing up. Is there any major record labels within that community or within that state?
Not that I know of, honestly. Actually, I have no idea of any record label in Louisiana.
Wow, wow. And that basically forced you to move out to Vegas and get closer to the producers and the music scene, basically. You know what I
Right.
mean? Why did you move to California? You're right
It's the
there.
Vegas is just a great in between, especially for me being an independent artist. You know, it's just too expensive in LA. It's a lot cheaper here, a lot better, and you can still drive over to LA, be there in like 3 hours, versus having to pay a heck of a lot more every day. But yeah, I really like it here. I'm glad we didn't make the move to LA, honestly.
What inspired you to start doing music? Like, what did you have a musical family of people that, or were you surrounded by talent, or was it just something that you picked up as a hobby?
It really all, whenever I really think about it, it really all stems from my grandparents and my brother. They really just immersed me in all different types of music before I was a certain age, and I had an ear for Frank Sinatra and Elvis, but I also had an ear for Five Finger Death Punch and all these weird rock bands that my brother listened to. But they actually, my brother, my grandparents, I mean, my grandma and my grandpa, they all passed away between 2016 and 2019. And so the drive and the motivation that really keeps me grounded is them. I think of what they would show me and what they would tell me. And yeah, so yeah, they really got me loving music.
Describe to me your creative process when you're writing a song. You know what I mean? Is it a mood? Do you set the mood, or do you it's just how you feel that day?
Um, it really I like to write like what I'm feeling at the very moment. Like if I'm not feeling it, it's not going to be a good written song. It's not going to be a song that is as relatable as I want it to be because I'm not actually feeling it at the moment. So I like to start with my songwriting. I like to start by listening to the beat, and then I come up with a melody, start mumbling some nonsense, and then usually words just start flowing.
Hey, I want to stop you right there for the simple fact I do the same thing. I
Really?
will, I will hum the melody or the pattern out, and then I will fill it in. So that's very dope coming from an artist who actually says that, because no one actually ever told me that they do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We like to invite Lex Lou into the platform.
Can
You
I
know
come
what I
into
mean?
the party?
Hi, welcome.
Can I come party with y'all?
Come
Definitely,
party.
man.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well,
How
we
you
were just
doing? How you
running
doing?
down. We were just running down a couple of things that Chelsea has done over her time a little bit, and her creative process when she's writing music is where we at right now. You know what I mean? She said she actually does it. I told her I actually does it the same way almost. We hum, you know what I mean, to a beat.
I was just teasing you about that humming.
Yeah, I like to get my vowels out, like what I want in the end of this line or whatever. I can feel it, and I'm like, I want it to be da 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 da. Oh, so I do that same thing.
And then she just fills it in.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Who
So
are
you kind of get your melody and everything, and then you write your words to it.
Yes, that's what I like to do. Yeah.
That's cool. That seems like it probably make it easier.
Yeah, I
if
do.
you know how you want to say it already, it's probably easier to fill in the words after that.
Exactly. Yeah, it is. It does make it a lot easier, but I also do it the other way. Like write a song and then instrumental and then melody. That's another way I do it, but usually it's the humming way.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
When who are some of the artists that you already collaborated with?
I've collaborated with Jay Sessions. He is an artist and a producer here in Las Vegas, and we collaborated and did Come Alive, one of my songs that I have released. I also got a remix of Come Alive done by a very talented guy in Florida named Mateo Gomez, but he goes as Kanahe, and he did like a really cool EDM remix of Come Alive, super cool. And yeah. Also there is an artist named Pilot, and he's really amazing too. He's like verified on Facebook, and we did a little Billie Eilish and Khalid cover together. We collaborated on that.
You say you want to say something, Lou? Did he hear me?
Lou? He dropped out.
Oh, he must have lost connection. During your time, now this is the crazy part about it, though. This is really the crazy part about it. How many artists? She said, "Hey."
Hey, I put my phone on do not disturb, and it's still calls coming through.
Listen, many artists, their dream is to make it into the industry, but it's hard. Like coming from places like you said, Louisiana, coming from up here, Akron, Ohio, Pittsburgh, and stuff like that. What can you give to inspiring artists on, as far as, you know, approaching the game and being able to some of the key points of getting into the market?
Yeah, well, I think the most important thing as an independent artist, especially nowadays, is really taking control of your social media and getting those connections, like industry connections, fan connections. They're all super important, and that's really what I've been working on, especially since COVID started, because performances I couldn't do. And so I would do live performances on Facebook, and it would draw in thousands of people to my Facebook. And I'd go do 6 photo shoots so I could have 6 different photos for each day of the week, you know, and just taking care of that and keeping people entertained. If you're from Louisiana, if you're living in Louisiana, if you can still make great content, then it doesn't matter where you are. So
hold on. So let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. You said I would post and I would get thousands of followers. Now, some people post and only get 2 to 3 followers. Was there a marketing scheme behind it?
I just really targeted the right people, I guess, especially with the lives. I got some people to share it. I did a couple lives for Wounded Warrior Project, and that was bringing in a couple followers, and I've done a bunch of lives for different Facebook pages, different businesses, different functions, and that's how those followers accumulated.
I see you've been on tour. Oh, go ahead, Lou. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask. I listened to 15 Candles, and I listened to Not in the Mood, and I was trying to figure out, okay, what genre would I put this in? But you can actually take your music and put it in several different genres. But how would you actually classify yourself?
I would definitely say pop and R&B. I don't really know what genre to put myself in either. I think it's definitely like modern, because a lot of the new modern music, it is kind of difficult to put it in a genre, unless it's like blatantly rap or blatantly pop or whatever. But I do like to take my culture and take stuff from Louisiana and take stuff from Missouri and take stuff from when I lived in Arkansas and take my life now and kind of mix it up, and it doesn't create a genre. It just kind of leaves you wondering, like, is this pop? Is it R&B? Is it soul? Is it what?
Because the beats to those 2 tracks, you can make a rap record to it. Yeah. You can make an R&B record to it. You can, you know what I mean? So I'm listening to the beats and I'm like, okay, who's doing her production? So that's my next question. Who does your production?
Everybody. I've gotten production from Nashville. I was working with producer Ryan Lau in Nashville, and we got some great tracks out of that. That's where Distracted came from. And you have?
Yes, I heard that name before. I got a couple friends down in Memphis, actually, with Tennessee, a little bit around Tennessee, a couple places in Tennessee that has brung up that name before.
Yeah. And so they really kind of gave it another cool edge to it, because like I have the ability to tell them like what I want to hear and stuff, but then they bring in a little tiny bit of Nashville into the beat, and it sounds like, it doesn't sound country, but it just adds a little bit of a different edge that I wouldn't normally see. And so, yeah.
So if somebody was to classify you as a pop artist, would you be offended? Or an R&B artist, would you say, no, I'm this?
I wouldn't care. I think that art is really, really, really subjective, and I don't think I would care if people called me a pop or an R&B artist. I get called a country artist. Like like this doesn't make any sense, but I've had people talk to me and they're like, "Oh, I thought you do country music." I'm like, "No." Not
With
really.
your voice, you could do it.
I used to.
You do have a very distinct voice.
Thank you.
You could do it. You could do it, and you. I mean, I'm looking at the visuals and everything. You could pull that off.
I used to do country music when I did live in Louisiana. I was trying to please the crowd, and so I was in these bars at 15 years old. My mom had to bring me in because I was too young, and I sang "Mama's Broken Heart" by Miranda Lambert, and that was like my first time at an actual gig. And I got all the drunk girls on the floor holding their drinks, singing Mama's Broken Heart. And I was like, this is the best feeling ever. I got down and they were happy. They loved it. And I was like, that's what I want to do. Like, that really set it off.
That's fire. You're an artist. do you like recording music better, or do you like performing?
Recording.
Recording?
I am such a recording artist. It is crazy. Like I love performing. I love performing a lot. I'm kind of like a bit shyer than I would like to be. So that it really, recording and being in the studio really helps me like really get the message out that I want to get, because I can really just be comfortable in the studio, and I love creating things. So being in the studio is really awesome for me, because I just love being creative. And whereas performing, you're not being as creative, you're just performing.
So at what
Tell
age
me,
did you sing your first song and okay, I want to be a singer?
Oh, that was actually weirdly enough, it was at my grandfather's funeral. I sang my grandparents' wedding song, "Can't Help Falling in Love," and it was in a beautiful funeral home, and the walls were huge, and it was echoey, and it was a bittersweet moment, like a really bittersweet moment. And after that, I had people come up to me and they said, if like we'll pay your way onto The Voice with everything we have. And I'm like no, I'm like, I don't know about that, but I really think it was then that really ignited my love for music, because it was so bittersweet.
And that's crazy, because that was kind of like a hidden blessing. You were there to mourn or whatever, but your career was born from there.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that was a gift from granddad.
Yep, exactly, a gift from granddad. Yeah. I've never thought about it that way. So
yeah,
thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Are there any musicians that inspired? This two-part question: are there any musicians that inspired you, or inspire you, and what are some of the qualities you like out of those musicians?
Oh, I have a thing for, and excuse this if it sounds bad, for all the dead rappers. I am in love with Mac Miller. I think that his creativity is off the charts. I think that, like, I've watched live videos of him being in the studio and creating and performing, and I just like love the style and the funk and the hop of his music. Like his ad libs and his little, how he just doesn't care about it really too much, but it's still just so perfect at the same time. I just really admire that about Mac. And then I really love Lil Peep and Juice WRLD. Those are my two others. But then Billie Eilish really inspired me vocally. When I first started doing music, I did some Billie Eilish covers, and people started liking them on TikTok, and then I released my cover of her song "Watch," and I just feel like vocally, like that was what I was starting as, was what she was singing.
So the record Not in the Mood, is that part of a project, or is that just a single you're working right now?
It's just a single. I have enough to make like 6 projects right now, but I'm doing it really strategically. Yeah. I have like over 90 songs written. Here's my
explain us about your work ethic, because I've seen that you had a lot of music ready, and also explain to us about, you won a lot of awards. How do these awards come about?
Well, you just submit and get accepted and get nominated, and it has paid off.
Do you submit individually to the award shows, or are they finding you, or what?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes my mom does. My mom's really good at her momager job, and so she's really good at networking.
I seen that. I was like, "What's a momager?"
That was my next question.
Hey, I was reading it.
That was my next question. Are you doing this on your own, or did you guys put a team together, or how's that working?
Since the very beginning, it has been me and my mom, like 110%. And right now we have like a tiny team together. I would say like a very tiny team, but really it's me and mom 100,000,000%. Like we get all the connections, we do all the work, she shot my music video, I edited it. Like we do
real self-contained.
Yeah, like she went and got she went and got a luxury camera and was like, okay, we need good content, so let's make a music video and let's take great photos of you with this. Let's get you some headshots. Let's do some cute nonchalant pictures for Instagram that everybody's gonna love. And so that's literally what we do every day.
Well, tell Mama Drew she's doing a good job, because I looked at the whole package that we got, and it had everything that we asked for. A lot of times we have to call and ask for stuff. Everything that we asked for was already in there. So good job, Mama Drew.
You know, Mama Drew on her jizz.
I'll tell her.
That's important, though. That's important to have the right people around you, because you want to focus on being an artist, and you want somebody else to be able to take care of the other stuff. That's very important that you got that.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't be like halfway where I am right now. She literally has gotten me most of my followers on Facebook, and she's gotten me.
I need your mom.
But for real, she's the real deal. She can do that. She's proved it with me. So
we're gonna send her some more clients that need management.
For real, her doing that would be dangerous. Anybody that's messing with her client would get it, and that's what's happening with me. I'm just kidding.
That's what's up. I mean, she's going to definitely have your best interest at all times, and that works out good.
Yeah, exactly. She does.
As a successful artist, how important has social media played a part in your music career?
Oh, it is so very important. Like I said earlier, like it doesn't matter where you're from. If you have a phone, if you have capabilities of being able to post, and you're an artist, then you should post really, really, really often. You should keep people engaged, keep people in like wanting to be interactive with you, because if you quit engaging, if you don't engage, if you don't post like every now and then, they'll forget about you. And so it really has helped, like every time that I push something, there's obviously more buzz around it, because I do have that fan base now. I actually had 200 followers on Instagram when I moved to Vegas in March 2020, and now I have 13,000. So I've really been pushing that really, really hard. I've gotten a heck of a lot of verified people to follow me, fortunately, and share my stuff, and it's really been paying off.
With you moving from Louisiana to Vegas, how was that transition as far as music-wise and adapting to jumping into the Vegas scene? And was it easy for you to do that? Did you have to like kind of change up a little bit to say, okay, we kind of did it this way down here, they kind of like it this way out here?
The thing about that is that I never got a proper introduction to the Vegas music scene. Like we moved here probably, honestly, maybe like 4 days before we were locked down. And so we were locked down for a while, and we couldn't do anything. And so I never got that proper introduction that I needed and that I wanted. But so far Vegas has just been great to us. Like we've met so many great people here, and have gotten a lot of work done since we've been here.
So we're on a DJ show. I'm the DJ, right?
Right.
And we had a popping club. I'm going hard. I'm going in. And you come in and it was like, I want to hear a Chesney record. What would be the first record you would give to me as the DJ to play at the club?
Probably one of my unreleased ones. I would say right now I have some pretty solid songs out, but my unreleased ones are crazy. Like they go so hard, and those would be the ones that I would want you to play at the club.
What's the name of one?
Cruisin' is one of them, and it's hardcore. Like it's really good.
Man, I love to hear that one.
We are speaker leakers, right? And what we like to do is we like to be the first ones to get it. So you said this is an unreleased banger. We'd like to be the first one to leak that if you don't mind sending that over to us.
I don't mind at all. I'll do it. I don't care.
You know, let us be the ones to do the world premiere on it.
Let's do it. I'm down.
I like that. So going throughout your whole career and everything, what are some of the highs and lows that you've experienced?
I'd say some of the lows were when we weren't so business smart in the business, and we ended up making a few choices that we thought were going to be good because we were told they were going to be good, and they weren't. Welcome to the music business, literally. But now I have the knowledge of that, and now I'm learning more than I ever thought that I would have learned. I know how to produce my own songs. Like Not in the Mood, I did that whole thing by myself, and that just feels like really, really, really good, and that is definitely a high.
I was about to get into that too. Not in the Mood. What was the concept behind the song? What was the mood behind the song? Right.
I actually just was we had a guy over at our house, me and my mom, and he was talking music business with us. And my head's so ADHD, and they were talking, and I was hearing the Charlie Brown, wah, 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 and so I was like, the phrase just popped in my head. I'm not in the mood. And I was like, okay. And I went and I grabbed a sticky note and a pen, and I wrote down, not in the mood, and forever I kind of forgot about it, and it 2-3 weeks passed. I got sent an instrumental, and I took a listen to it, and I was thinking, what would go on this? And then so easy, the same melody that popped in my head that night went to it so perfect, and I said, I'm not in the mood. And then I was able to write that song within such a short period of time, just because it was so easy to put Not in the Mood to it. And I guess it had been sitting in me for 3 weeks because it popped in my head for 3 weeks, and I was able to write it that easy.
Definitely. We're gonna get into that song right now. Introduce your record to the people.
This song is Not in the Mood by Chesney Claire.
You heard it first right now. Speaker Leakers Radio. This is Not in the Mood. I said, Not in the Mood. Chesney, right here. Hear it first. Let's get it.
Speaker Leakers.
Don't wanna fight, I do it in spite. I hate when you call in the middle of the night. What did you think? You think it's alright? Yeah, you could fuck with me 100 million times. I can see that you've been trying and you're all alone, but you need a friend now. So pick up your phone, but don't call me. Don't call me. Why don't you stand up to me instead of trying to get along with me? You don't need to see me, I got nothing new to say. Why can't you just leave me alone? Don't wanna fight, I do it in spite. I hate when you call in the middle of the night. What did you think? Think it's alright? That you could fuck with me 100 million times. I made it clear, don't want you here. On your way out, you can take a souvenir. I'm not in the mood, not trying to be rude. I just wanna do what the fuck I wanna do. Yeah. What do you want? I'm not what you need. We're running at different speed. Logic A says you keep chasing, running around, trying to captivate me. I'm just saying I'm good at straying. It takes a lot to elevate me. So leave me alone. Don't wanna fight, I do it in spite. What did you think? Think it's alright? That you could fuck with me 100 million times. I made it clear. Don't want you here. On your way out, you can take a souvenir. I'm not in the mood. Not trying to be rude. I just wanna do what the fuck I wanna do. Yeah.
That's not you.
That's me.
That's not you. That's somebody else.
Hey, I can hear. I can every time I get on a female's nerves, I can hear her playing that record to me.
Yeah, good.
Not in the mood for my shit.
Good.
Good. Yeah,
Man,
girl.
beautiful vocals, man. Beautiful. You hit the melodies and the notes just right. You know what I mean? I really still can't believe that she rocked when it came out, because I was letting my girlfriend hear it, and she was she was eavesdropping. You know what I mean? And she was listening to the sun. She came in bobbing. I was like, yeah, I got to interview her today. And then we put her picture up. She's like, that can't be her with them vocals like that, them lungs like that. You know what I mean? So definitely, it was a beautiful song, man. Beautiful melody, and I'm probably sure it's something she probably can relate to too.
You know, as much as I don't want it to be relatable for your girls, you guys,
It is what it is.
so glad.
Oh, no. We don't. Let us explain. It can be relatable. It can be, because this is life. This is real life. It can be relatable. And most people listen to music that they're related to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can relate to, or other words. So this song, I can relate to the song. You know what I mean? I don't be in the mood a lot of times myself. You know what I mean? I'll put it back on you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so glad that you guys like it. I'm so glad it is relatable to you and your women.
So
What
I'm real big on making sure everybody gets credit for their good work. So that was a nice track, and the recording quality was great. So go ahead and shout out your producer and your engineer that did that record.
She said, right, it's me.
Chesney Clare and Chesney Clare.
Oh, you engineered it as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, man.
You're a complete artist. You keep going.
You got that ear. You got an ear.
Yeah, you keep going, because that was the quality of it. That was the first thing I listened to when I get the records.
Yeah.
And the quality of it was crispy clear. You know, and you knew exactly how to do your vocals and stuff. So that was.
Ooh.
Did you go to school for that or anything, or it's just
just YouTube? I YouTube. I took a hell of a lot of notes, and I just go back and look at what I need.
Related.
You think
we
what?
Might be related. We might be related. I do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like I got books and notes of books just from YouTube. Sitting at my desk. Just little pointers and stuff I can do right here and everything. Everything I learned came pretty much from YouTube. Even though I went to school for broadcasting and media, they taught you the fundamentals.
Yeah. YouTube teaches you everything in between.
Yeah. You had to get into there.
So you just made it harder for a lot more artists to come talk to me, because they always got these excuses of why they can't get this done, or they can't do that, and I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to do that. And then I just met somebody who didn't know how to do any of that and taught herself how to do it and got good at it. So the excuses are gone now.
I didn't know how to. I was recording in the bottom of my phone on my speaker a year ago. I didn't have a Mac, and now I have a Mac, and I have the capabilities and the abilities and everything that I need right here. So I'm like, YouTube, and I put myself through YouTube University, I call it, and now I can make Not in the Mood. I can make great music for you guys. So
and you're a living example of, if you really want to do something and learn how to do it, if you take the proper steps to do what is required to learn how to do that, you can do it.
Exactly.
So you can be a motivation to a lot of different artists like that got a lot of different excuses right now. I promise you. There's so many that can't do what you do, but if they could, they would be in a lot different position.
Right. And I mean, if you make your own music, if you learn how to do all that stuff, you won't have to share your royalties. You won't have to worry, oh, I can't put this in a TV show. You have all the rights to your songs.
Ownership.
You have all the rights to everything. Yeah. You're the owner. And you ask me who's the engineer, who's this? It's me. I'm like, it's,
man, we need to send some tracks to you.
let me guess. You got your own home studio too, right?
Oh yeah, I'm on my studio computer. I got 2 speakers. I got my little Scarlett and my microphone, and that's all I need.
Come on, man. Tell them,
I
man. Preach that word. Have you had outside of music? Were there any other interests you would be doing?
I was really interested in cosmetology at first. I was interested in doing makeup, but I did get a full ride scholarship to LSU that I ended up turning down at that time, just because. Yeah, it was really big, and it was like a last minute choice because I was really wanting to go, and then the death of my grandparents and my brother happened, and right then I was just like clinging on to my mom a lot because she was what I had left, and so yeah, I really just I don't know, what were we talking about? I forget.
Was that a sports scholarship or was that an academic scholarship?
Oh, LSU. Okay. No, it was an academic scholarship. Yeah, it was an academic scholarship. Yeah, that was such a huge gamble, but I'm so glad I did it. I told my mom, I was like, "Listen, I'm not going to do this, but I am going to do this, and I really hope you support me." And she has more than I could have even ever imagined. So,
do you work for BMI?
no.
Right. The reason why I asked you that, what are some of the accomplishments that you see for yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Oh, I see myself touring, definitely. I really wanna get out there and really start performing for the fan base that I am building and I have built for from my social media. I really want to release a project. I really want to be on a yacht with Post Malone. All kinds of stuff. I have all kinds of goals. But 5 years, I mean, this has really happened in like since 2020. So it's only been 2 years. So in 5 years, I can't imagine what's going to happen. And I'm really like, because I'm not going to slow down. I'm not going to go any slower than I've been going. I'm going to continue learning everything that I can, whether it's business wise or music wise or technical wise, and just keep perfecting and hopefully be at the top in 5 years.
You're doing good on your 5-year plan right now.
Huh?
I said you're doing real good on your 5-year plan right now. Because most businesses or whatever you try to do is like a 5-year plan to really get where you're going. You're doing real good on it right now.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a lot of manifesting and a lot of speaking it into existence and just really following up with the speaking with actions. So yeah, I'm a big believer in pushing yourself to, if you want to do it and do it to the best of your ability.
Definitely. Last but not least, man, we ask every person that we do have on the platform, top 5 artists, dead or alive. Your top 5.
Huh?
Your top 5.
Chesney Clare. Oh, I'm just kidding. I would say Mac Miller, just because I love him and he's such an inspiration to me. I'm thinking. I really love Etta James. And her soulfulness. I got a lot of inspiration from her. I learned one of her songs to do a cover of, and I really just loved learning it and studying her. I'd say probably Billie Eilish. Love her. Thinking. Daniel Caesar. I have a huge love for Daniel Caesar and Frank Ocean. those are my 5 picks.
I think those are all 5 new entries, except for Mac, because yesterday we had Hardo from Pittsburgh on, and
one of his friends on.
He was talking about how much Mac Miller influenced him and everything, and they went to school together and recorded together. 2 days in a row, Mac Miller popped up.
Oh, I love that. R.I.P. to Mac.
Definitely. We appreciate you so much, man. Let the people know where they can find you at.
You guys can find me everywhere under Chesney Claire. Everything's going to be at Chesney Claire. My Twitter is Chesney Claire with 2 E's. My Facebook is Chesney Claire Music, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Chesney Claire.
Definitely.
LAYLO,
We appreciate you. What?
Before you let her go, I think we should enter Not in the Mood into Indie Tuesday and do a review on it. I think she can hold that down.
Definitely. I wish we did it when she was, because I started out with Serene Joy playing when she came in. I told her I was going to send her that song. You know what I mean? That would have been a beautiful matchup. That would have been a beautiful challenge. What we talking about? We have an Indie Tuesday show that we do on Tuesdays from 8 to 9 p.m. out here. And it's basically independent artists, you know what I mean? Basically giving them rates and reviews on their songs that they send in to us for us to review. Right now we have the winner. The last winner of the song I was just playing was the winner for the month. She held it down for 4 weeks, so we had to retire her, and we also sent her out a plaque. So we definitely want to enter one of your songs in 2. Also, don't forget to send us that new song, that new slap.
Okay,
don't forget to send us that new song. You know what I mean?
will.
We definitely want to hear that. And we put it in there, and then see if any song can outrun your song or beat your song. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Let's put it in the competition.
They're going to have to. And it's based off quality of the music. It's based off content of the music. It's based off the vibe. You know what I mean? Just the vibe of the music. You know what I mean? So we definitely gonna put it in there, and we'll definitely tag you in that to make sure that you can watch the show.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's really cool.
Definitely, and we appreciate you so much for coming on the show once again, man. This is Chesney Claire. She I better get into it, man. She does a lot of things out here, you know what I mean? Music sounds great, and she does it herself.
Yes.
Get your weight up. Get your weight up, man. Get your weight up, people out there.
Put some work in. Did you work today?
Right. Workload.
Definitely. We love you, dear. Continue to send your music in to us, man. Continue to do anything that you need to put out there, basically send to us, and we're going to get it out there for you.
Okay. Sounds beautiful. You guys are the best. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
When you get a chance, send us a drop. We'll put your drop in on our radio shows as well.
Got you. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you guys again.
Thank you. Yeah.
Great one.
That was Chesney Claire right there, man. New artist, man, putting in that work. Only 20 years old, has won over 25 awards out here. So make sure y'all do tap in with her. Her link or her hook was Chesney Clare. And definitely go find her on that, man. Shouts out to my man Lex Lou. Lex Lou, give your hooks, give your links.
Lex Lou 35, LEXLU 35, Instagram and Twitter. Y'all know where to find me at Speaker Leakers Worldwide. Almost every day now.
DJ LAYLO, man, you know what it is, man. This is the new Queued Up show. Chesney Claire, man, we bringing you a platform, man. Basically, we wanted to give you the DJ's perspective, but today we had to give you my man Lex Lou's perspective from whatever you want to call itself, executive producer / more than something, more than Lou.
Man, I do it all, man. I do it all.
Definitely, man. We out of here, y'all. See us next week, man, on the next show, man. Queued Up. This is what it is. DJ LAYLO, Lex Lou, we out.